Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I've brought in this rosemary tree. My wife got this a few years ago just in a supermarket as a little plant that she used for cooking and stuff, and when it was kind of more or less used up, I took it and planted it in the pot, and I've been kind of basically training it as best I can into a bonsai. Trunk is a little bit kind of wonky, but it's always been like that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to straighten it. Possibly could, but it's such hard wood. I don't know if it ever would straighten up. I don't think I could maybe force a little bit of a bend in there just to straighten it a small bit. Maybe we'll try that. Okay, well, first thing I'll do is get out these weeds for a start anyway. I was going to do a video on this last night, but it was very cold out here and wet and miserable, and got a bit late, so I never got round to it, so I left it in here because it was frozen to just defrost a bit so I can get out these weeds. The whole pot was frozen yesterday. We're back to our usual weather now, back to rain today, which kind of I don't mind, because here when we get the cold down here and where I am, most country got covered in snow, but we didn't get any snow, we just got the ice, and the roads get very icy, and we don't kind of, where I live is very hilly, so quite dodgy driving around the place. A lot of cars skidding around and crashing into ditches and stuff. We don't have the kind of tyres and stuff that they have in countries that are used to it. So yeah, at least the rain, the ice is gone. So we're back to our usual wet weather, which is okay. At least the trees have defrosted now and they're getting a bit of water in. A lot of this Irish moss or star moss, whatever it's called, in here. Okay, so first thing I'll do before I put any wire on, just see if I can clean this trunk a bit. There's a lot of moss on it. Let's bring the camera in a little closer. There's a bit of moss here, so let's see if we can get that off. They're not the greatest trees for bonsai. They're very brittle, the branches and stuff like that, but they are one of my favourite trees to work on when you prune them and stuff, because you get the lovely smell, and if you like rosemary like I do, it's nice to work on them. Okay, so I'm going to try and get a bit of heavy wire on here and just see if I can, just trying to see where that needs to bend against. There's a kind of a kink here inside, if you can see that just here, and that kink really could do with, if I could just straighten that up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not with wire. What I could do is put a brace bar and try doing it then and brace it here. Actually, I wonder, I do have a clamp thing. Let me have a look if I can find that. Okay, so yeah, I have this, which might be the job for this actually. I always think it's kind of a bit of a useless thing, because you can only get small bends kind of in it, but using it, but this might be just the job I need for this. So I'm going to put it so it can get in there and hook it on. Let's see now, where do I need it? Need that there. Okay, so I will need them either there or there. Okay, let's just wind this on a bit. Already I'm getting a lovely smell in here from it. You're just touching it makes the fragrance of it come out. Okay, just hook that in on that side. I want to be trying to get it this way, I think. Just waiting for it to lock on. I think that's it there now. Could do it being just around a little bit more, I think. The problem with this is it's very big. Okay, I think we're in the right place now. I'm trying not to damage the branches. Like I said, they do break quite easily. Just this one branch. Yeah, I've damaged that one already. Getting any straighter. It's starting to straighten up alright. Do another couple of turns and then we'll leave it at that, and I'll just leave it for a while, a few days or so, and then we'll give it another turn or two. Just keep going until we get it straight. Don't know if doing it in one go will be good. Actually, I've got the thing falling apart, which is good. Actually, maybe I'll leave that off now because it's out the way. A little bit straighter. Alright, we'll leave it at that. I'll leave this off until I'm tightening it up more, and then I'll put it back in. We'll tighten it up. We'll just do a little bit at a time. So I think that's got it a little bit straighter than what it was. Okay, now the only thing I don't like is it's just cracking this branch. It's forcing this branch over. Not a lot, but it's just cracking it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Just let it. I don't know. Should I take that back? Yeah, I'm going to take it back off. I'm going to move it round slightly. So I'll pause the video and I'll do it, and then we'll come back and have another look. Okay, so I think I've got the tree straight enough. I'll just turn off the heat. Straight enough now. I just used this to turn it, just slot that in, and that way then I wasn't using the big handle breaking any branches. So now the only thing I think could be changed is the angle of it. We could lift that up slightly. If you can see that, kind of leaning over, but if I lift that up like that more, we can get it straight, so it's not wired into the pot. So what I'm going to do is just carefully take it out of the pot. I know it's probably a bit fiddly like it, not necessary, but I may as well do it. Just put another bit of drainage screen over there, and I'll just put a bit of soil in the bottom. Just build up this side slightly, just like that, just a small bit, just so that we can lift one side up slightly more. That's a bit better. Now it's starting to look a bit straighter. Okay, so we'll leave that on, let it do its work. Hopefully it'll eventually straighten out. So now we'll just give the tree a little bit of a pruning, because I think that with these guys, the more you prune, the bushier they get. It was very sparse, and you can see how you get very long leggy branches, not a lot on them, because all the energy is going onto the top. So I want to reduce the top a bit. Got a bit of a couple of branches here that I could take out, possibly. Take out that one in there. Just reduce some of these tips. It's definitely starting to fill out a bit now. It was, like I said, very sparse for quite a while. And I've had it probably about 3 or 4 years now. Been training it, and I'm starting to thickening up well. It's got a nice little root base and stuff. Like I said, not the greatest for bonsai. They're very brittle and branches kind of grow a bit funny on them and stuff, but they are great for pruning. You get the lovely smell. I'm just going to prune it back, take off any of these dead bits, and I might give it a bit of wiring if need be. Got a kind of branch here that's going in a funny angle. I'll take that one out. Feathers and all. Dead branch there. We do have 3 here coming out together. Well, they're not actually coming out together. One is slightly lower than the other two, so maybe it's okay. Dead bits in here. I think you got to keep turning these for the sun, because the parts that don't get the sun definitely tend to get weaker. So let's try and remember to keep, when the sun does decide to come back to us, keep switching it every so often. branch here we can take out. And they tend to get a bit clustered with old needles and stuff. Just clean them out a bit. Okay, so now we're just going to have a look at the tree itself and see is there some improvement I can make. I did a bit of wiring and stuff. Wondering if I was to bring these branches are a bit one's a bit light over this side. Definitely need to get the sun over here. This branch up here is quite heavy. Kind of, if I thin it out, I'm just worried that take out some of these branches in here, some dead ones in there. So look, try and take out a few to take out this one growing back in, just to reduce the amount of growth up here. Maybe I could take out this heavy one up here. This one back here seems to have a lot going on. I'll reduce that one right back. Again, this one is quite heavy. Try and reduce that back a bit. I think I can take that one off altogether. I'll get them ones in, these ones back here growing, and then we'll take that end off. I could take that one off too. A little bit more light in the front. The front there now, looking at you. A little bit more moss here we can clean off. Okay, is there anything else we can remove? This way, I think. So if you're looking for something cheap and experimental, if you see these growing in it, they sell them sometimes in pots in the supermarkets. Just get one and give it a go. Okay, I'm not sure about doing any more wiring as such anywhere. Just want to kind of try and thin out the top a bit. Just to help one, get the light down, and two, reduce the thickness of the branches that are growing up there. Okay, I think we're pretty close now. I'm just trying to decide is there anything. Maybe get rid of this whole bit here. Don't know if it needs this. They do want to grow straight up all the time, which isn't great. So you got to keep on top of the pruning. Again, this was kind of left a little bit long before, so it's got kind of leggy. Well, I think it's mainly because when we used it for cooking and stuff, there was nothing really left on it. So it kind of grew out at the ends. I should have chopped it back, maybe. A couple of branches here growing out the same place. Take out this one. Reduce these back, try and get a bit of busting. Like that, I could wire these down. You see the way they kind of grow up and they curl up at the ends. You could maybe wire them down, but I don't want to have to go into all the process of wiring this tree and then keep my eye on it and stuff. I'd rather just clip and grow it. It's still in its early stages yet, so I think it's just a matter of keeping it roughly in a good state and keep it pruned, and eventually we'll end up with something half decent, hopefully, or something we could, if we wanted to, wire it and get it into a, like, to wire all these down, like, it would be a lot of work just for this tree. I don't think it warrants doing all that. I think I'm just going to leave it. The only ones, if I really wanted to, I could wire these just to flatten them a bit, stop them curling up at the ends. Bottom ones, but I think I'll leave it for now. Yeah, we'll leave this on for a while. I might do another little bit of bending on it and see how it goes. I don't know if it needs too much more. We can keep doing bit by bit. I think it's pretty close now. Now we've kind of angled it a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, I think that's more or less done for this one. And we did take quite a bit off. You see there's quite a bit we took off. So yeah, hopefully come the spring it fills out a lot more and we can try and get back onto pruning it more regularly and try and chase it back a bit. And maybe one day we will give it a bit of a wiring and try and get all these branches more flat. But what happens is you wire it out, but then the end just curls up then, and then you start getting these kind of funny curls then on it because they're trying to force the way back. You can see that one that was obviously wired out at some stage probably, and then it's just turning, started growing, and then if you don't keep on top of it, it just thickens up, and now it's either break that off and start again with this little one, or live with it. Okay, so that'll do for this one, I think. Yeah, if you see them in your supermarkets at any stage, give them a go. It's always nice to work with. The smell is lovely. I do have a few cuttings of this in my mini trees. It's starting to get a nice bit of a root base from where it started its life as a little tiny plant in a little bag. But yeah, okay, so that's it for this one. We will put it back out, and we will crack on with something else on our next one. So don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a new project soon with some foam and stuff and that. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that one, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.